Fred Hamton, a 21-year-old civil rights powerhouse, was murdered in his home in front of his pregnant fiancée. According to sources, on the morning of December 4th, 1969, a joint police and FBI coordinated raid on his home ended in his death. Hampton's fiancée, Deborah Jones, who was 8 months pregnant with his son, was sleeping in bed next to him when the police attacked. They began shooting into the apartment and into the bedroom where they were sleeping. The police raiders were officially carrying out a search warrant, looking for weapons. According to sources, they did not arrive at 8 p.m. the night before when they knew the apartment was empty, but instead when they knew Hampton and more Panthers would be present.
At the contrary.
There's no terrorist organization, there's no communist country, there's no jihadists or anybody else who has a record like the U.S. has in terms of imperial violence. So to focus on the Panthers and say they're violent, is kind of ridiculous.
We expected about 20 Panthers to be in the apartment when the police raided the place. Only 2 of those black nigger fuckers were killed, Fred Hamton and Mark Clark. FBI Special Agent Greg York.
Following the attack, the police publicly claimed to have been under heavy fire from the Panthers, and that Panthers had first fired on them through the front door. The actual evidence at the scene proved otherwise, and Chicago Panthers and other supporters quickly mobilized to expose the police lies. There were no police injured during the raid, and the police fired nearly 100 rounds into the apartment. Also, strong evidence emerged later that a paid FBI informant had given Hampton a sedative that prevented him from waking up. In 2 separate tests that were part of the same autopsy, a high dose of barbiturate seconal was found, enough to make Hampton unconscious or very drowsy. Reports say that his wife Deborah Johnson heard one of the officers ask, "Is he still alive?" After 2 gunshots were fired inside the room, the officer said, "He's good and dead now." An autopsy performed on Hampton by a doctor confirmed Deborah Johnson's account about Hampton being shot twice after she was forced out of the bedroom. COINTELPRO, an acronym for the FBI's top secret and illegal counterintelligence program. The program became public after unknown anti-war activists broke into FBI headquarters in Medea, Pennsylvania in 1971. The activists discovered explosive documents that revealed an FBI war on civil rights and black liberation movements. Among these liberated files was a March 3, 1968 COINTELPRO memo discussing the urgent need to prevent, and quote, the beginning of a true black revolution, end quote. One specific tactical approach was expressed in an April 3, 1968 communication that said, and quote, the Negro youth and moderates must be made to understand that if they succumb to revolutionary teaching, they will be dead revolutionaries, end quote.
You couldn't have businesses with Black Panthers. Black Panthers were definitely going to be heard.
So we always say in the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that. You're going to have to say that I am a proletarian. I am the people. I'm not the pig. You've got to make a distinction. And the people are going to have to attack the pigs. The people are going to have to stand up against the pigs. That's what the Panthers are doing. That's what the Panthers are doing all over the world.